Hi, beautiful souls, and welcome back, or welcome to the Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or on my live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Oh, it's a little dark down here this morning. There we go. Happy Monday. Welcome. It's been a week since we've been on. I wasn't able to come on Friday. I'm going to hang out a little bit extra this morning after the energy update and take some questions. How are we at the end of January? January just kind of flew right by. I can't believe how fast time has gone by. Let's talk about this week so that I'm going to jump right in because I want to spend a little bit of extra time with you guys this morning. Um, so I know I paused for a minute. I gotta gather myself. We're in for a bit of an interesting week. We have lots of changing energy. We've got the Aquarius new moon coming in on the 29th. We've got a little bit of unsteadiness coming in. You're probably going to notice a lot of headspace, a lot of stuck in that overthinking mode. But we are going to move through it. So the next couple of days, or perhaps over the weekend, maybe you've been kind of spending a little bit too much time in that overthinking mode, or feeling a little bit unsteady, or perhaps just kind of like that space of you might not be feeling that moving forward kind of. You felt like maybe you've been paused. Has anybody feel the pause button's been kind of hit a little bit? We are going to be moving through that as this new moon kind of moves in, and we're going to come into a lot of like a fresh wave, like this new vitality is going to kind of replace this headspace, anxious, stuck in overthinking. And it's going to be a short overthinking kind of space, perhaps, like I said, over the weekend or today and tomorrow. Just kind of remember that I said it. Pay attention this week to your energetic body, please, as well as your physical body, with all the energy and all the um, floating pieces that are around us. I'm going to suggest that you take a little bit of protection stance on that, protecting your energy, perhaps giving yourself a break from social media or giving yourself a break from the news feeds. Give yourself a chance to kind of protect that, visualizing that ball of light around you, observing, not absorbing. That you just kind of lean into that a little bit. No drama llama is kind of, it's even on my cup this morning. No drama llama is protect yourself from that. Protect yourself from that space of drama. People talking or sharing opinions that don't resonate with you. Protect yourself from that. It's just gonna be a week of some floating particles that I need to say, just kind of step back and step out. And cleansing some of that dense energy is going to be very, very powerful. Aquarian energy is moving in. And Aquarian energy is a healing energy. It's a water energy. So just kind of lean into some cleansing, literally like cleansing yourself. Just kind of being more mindful in the shower. Just I'm gonna wash off the energy that's not serving me. Just kind of leaning into some healing, some time outside. Whatever resonates with you. I always say, lean into that. Lean into cleansing energy that resonates with you. Giving yourself some time to breathe outside, giving yourself some time to sit and read under the sky, under the sun, whatever resonates with you as far as what you connect with as cleansing, because there's some dense energy over the last 2 weeks that's been kind of sticky. And I think that, well, I always cleanse, but I feel that it's really important that I get you guys to kind of think about that. Sit with your spirit guides, give yourself an opportunity to let go. All of this cleansing energy is going to be really helpful to help stabilize and to help bring you back into center balance and to kind of help bring you back into that heart space. I feel that as we come into February, we are going to stabilize naturally, like things in the world are going to settle down a little bit, but in between now and then, and for those of you who are extremely sensitive or sensitive at all, just kind of go into, I need to protect my peace. I need to protect my energy. It's okay to say no, thank you. I can't do that today. Just kind of spend some time in that as if you can. Music is a great way to cleanse or to just kind of lighten things up. Yeah, I just need to lighten things up. I just feel like I've got to lighten the load. And what brings you joy? What brings you joy? Insert that this week. Insert that. Well, I insert that every day, really, but insert a little bit more, inject it in. Just kind of like say, whatever's going on is going to go on. I need to protect my peace. I need to kind of like step back. I need to breathe. The anxious energy. I'm really curious who's been kind of struggling with a heightened level of anxiety, perhaps over the weekend or today, if you woke up kind of feeling a little bit of that, and just kind of take inventory of what am I giving myself to? What am I giving myself to? And just kind of see if you can adjust that. Taking the temperature energetically. How does this feel? Is a real easy way to kind of take the temperature energetically. How does this feel to you? And if it's kind of giving you that, not feeling so good to me, out you go. Out you go. Just kind of lean in there a little bit. And if you have any questions about, or if you want to share how you cleanse your energy, or if you have any questions about how to step back, feel free to put it in the chat. I'd be happy to answer some of those questions. Or any of my, anybody can, want to help and guide and support each other through that. We lean into so much that doesn't serve us, and especially when in my control, out of my control. What can I control here? And if it's out of your control, you know back you go. I'm really going to put that into my heightened awareness this week. I do anyway, but I think I need to turn the volume up. I really need to turn the volume up of just kind of stepping back. I'm gonna scroll up here. Look at all you guys coming in. It's really good to see you all here. Kayla, good morning. Lana, do my guides want me to get a joint sponsor for my immigration? It has been so stressful. I'm trying to trust and surrender. Thank you. Kayla, when I lean in there, I don't feel like it's a bad thing to have a joint sponsor. It may help. It may not. It kind of feels like kind of like on that neutral line. I don't feel like it's going to hurt anything. So, I don't feel, so if something is, going to neutralize an energy or help a little bit, I'm not 100% convinced that you need to, but I feel like if you feel like it's going to help, then take a step into that. Kayla, I do feel that you have learned and grown so much with balancing this stressful energy. I think that your trust and your surrender meter has gotten quite high. I feel like you really need to say good job on that. This is stressful. You're right. This is a hard piece to kind of work through, but you're doing so well at navigating that. Good morning, Lana. Happy belated birthday. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. There was so much love sent to me on my birthday. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Shy. Aaron, I always overthink, but I'm literally physically unsteady. So, Aaron, is the overthinking, is that energy kind of throwing you off balance? And I feel like it is. And I feel like the overthinking can really take us down a path of increased manifestations of what we don't want. So I would try and interrupt those thoughts. I would just kind of say, okay, am I overthinking that, or is that my truth? No, I think I'm overthinking it. Okay, so if I'm overthinking it, I'm going to answer that thought. No, everything's always working out for me. And that sometimes, I think we all overthink, but I think sometimes the volume gets turned up a little bit. And I think if you can answer the overthinking, no, because it's the brain, right? So if you can answer it, no, it's good. No, okay, I need a break, because sometimes the overthinking, when it gets carried away, takes us into an energy that can be really hard to get out of. I always answer my overthinking thoughts. No, that's just me overthinking it, and I come back into how does that feel? Good feels good, bad feels bad, and that'll just help you move through that. There, Aaron. I hope that helps. Joan, really struggling with so many issues. Any messages for me? Joan, I feel that and I know that you do overall, but I feel like I've got to lean even more onto your spiritual practices. I feel like I need to, because we do go through our struggles, and I feel like you're doing as the best that you can from where you're standing with your struggles. And I think I would just lean a little bit more, a little bit more. I feel like I need a little bit more support, whether it be spiritually, or from people that are around you. I feel like I've got to lean in there more. I keep wanting to lean. I just want to lean in there for support. So how can you add support? What can you do that's going to help hold you up? And it can be something as simple as leaning on the wall. I'm going to lean on the wall for support, and visualizing that wall as a wall of light, or the wall where your spirit guides are there. Like, I need to get you to lean for that support as you go through the struggles that you're facing. I also feel, Joel, and I have to say big breath in and let go. I feel like I feel like you're gonna land where you're supposed to with all this. I feel like I just gotta say, I know it's hard to trust right now. And it's quite often it is hard to trust right now. And I feel like I need to acknowledge that. Acknowledging those feelings, Joan, is really gonna help get them from the hold on to the let go. So because we do hold on to that energy. So any way, Joan, that you can kind of find a way of letting that go. And the new moon coming in on the 29th, spend some time with that new moon a little bit. Just kind of like feel that energy. Just kind of feel that support. Feel that space, that change, that fresh, that wave of energy that's coming in. Give yourself some time to kind of sit in that and absorb it. And also tapping into your own strength, within. All right, easy puff. Oh geez, I might have already started in that headspace. I'm definitely feeling paused. So, one thing with that pause, I think we all feel it. It's like, I feel like I'm not moving forward. When you kind of look at even the tiniest steps, even honoring the pause is a step. I need to pause right now. I need to regroup right now. I need to cleanse my energy right now. I need to kind of like have a cup of tea right now. When you feel that, even that is a tiny step forward, being able to honor where you're at. And quite often, at least for me, when I feel that pause, spirit will say, this is the space that you're learning in right now. You're not, it's not a stop. It's not really a pause. It's just the space that I'm learning in right now. I'm learning how to be here. I'm learning how to slow down. I'm learning something right here. And that is forward momentum. Even though it may feel paused, I'm right here learning. I'm learning what I need to right now in this moment. That will help you kind of feel into that pause is more of a space of, I'm learning right now. And I'm learning how to pause and trust it. It just helps. How we talk to ourselves and how we look at it is a very, very important piece, because it becomes your reality. It becomes your truth. So how you talk about it, how you look at it, how you reframe it. Yeah, I'm not going forward in leaps and bounds. It does have a pause feeling, and it's still honoring how you're feeling, because you know how I feel about toxic positivity, you guys. It's honoring how I'm feeling. I'm feeling this pause. I'm feeling like I'm not going anywhere. I feel like I'm struggling. Honoring all of that, but kind of looking at it reframing it as, I'm not moving forward as fast as I would like to. And what am I learning right now in this pause? Or it just kind of gives you a different perspective on that space, if that makes sense there too. I've been hit with a bad flu since last Wednesday. I'm finally healing up right now. That's good news to hear that you're healing up, Shy. Sending you some more healing love and light. Rachel, I was reading the news earlier and it made me so anxious. Got to take another break. Absolutely. And one thing with the news, and here's kind of like a really interesting way of kind of teaching yourself. Okay. The news is a story that somebody else is telling, and not all stories are true. Right. So, when I tend to avoid the news because I would prefer to kind of lean into how the energy feels, and I'd rather listen to my spirit guides versus a news reporter. But when you feel the news, if that's something that you really struggle to pull away from, ask yourself, does this feel like, number one, the whole story? Does this feel true? Right. And feel it. No, it doesn't feel true. It feels like a distorted story. Right. And when you think about, I want you to think about the news. Okay. It is a business. But it is a business. And in order to sell that business, they have something to sell you. The news has something to sell you. Okay. So, they will do anything they can to kind of get that sale, to get you to view it, to get you to like it, to get you to comment on it, to get you to buy the paper, whatever. And I don't think many people buy newspapers anymore, but it's always been a business. And in any business, there's a sale. So in the sale tends to be the hard stuff, the negative stuff. I don't think like that news stations or reporters would sell a whole lot of their news feeds if they were just reporting only on the positive. Think about that for a moment. Why don't they post all the positive and the beautiful things happening in the world? Because that doesn't sell to the majority, right? That's why they don't do it. Like you hardly hear of really positive things that are the odd time, but it's kind of like thrown in there. Watch where they post positive stuff in news feeds. It's usually right in the middle. Right? It's true, or not at all. because it doesn't sell. It's a business. The news is a business, and they're gonna tell a version of a story to try and get a sale. So sit with it. Are some of the things in the news truth? Yeah, some of the things are some of the things are true, but is the whole story true? Or is it a sale? Let your intuition guide you through that. Play with it. Do you believe everything that you read? Physical or non-physical, like the energy of it. Do you believe it? So it just kind of, and when we question things, when we question it, I'm telling you right now, it's a great tool to use to build your intuition, right? It's a great tool. Look at the other side of it. Is this my intuition's telling me that's not true? I'm gonna read something else. And if it upsets you that much, don't read the story. Look for something else that's going to kind of bring you into a different momentum. The energetic temperature, we're affected by it. So when you think about that for a moment, so let me just give you an example. Let's say there's a post on social media on a news, something in the news, okay? And if you think about, let's say 1 million people read that, and 1 million people have an energetic response to it, that alters the temperature, and it alters the mood of people. People are not in the same mood at the grocery store, or when they're out with their families or in their home. It changes the energy, and we can control that. We can control the energetic temperature. Think about, you read something in the news in the morning. Let's say everybody's having their coffee and they're going through, and then it affects your energy. That's the energy and the momentum that you're going to take your day in. You're going to take your day into worry. You're going to take your day into frustration. You're going to take your day in that momentum quite often, right? Most often, because you're shifting your energy, and you're going to go with what you're putting into your energy field. It's like, think about it as the temperature. Okay. All right. Something to think about. And you guys are, you know what? You guys know me well enough by now. You're more than welcome to put in your thoughts on that. You're more than welcome to share. This is not my channel. It's our channel. So you're more than welcome to add, what do you think about that? What do you think about, how the news affects you? If you have a different thought, or if you agree with me, this is a safe place to share. And this is why I do this, is to kind of give us all a space to share. All right. I literally just saw No Drama Llama like yesterday. I love that. Absolutely. It was what I felt in my meditation, and I really needed to have that cup with me this morning, and I will hold the line. So when I feel with that, I will hold the line. I will not put myself into any kind of drama. I'm out. I don't need to argue it. I don't need to defend it. I don't need to advocate. I just need to shift my own energy and just put that out into the world. And I know, because I really watch where I'm investing my energy. I look at it as a bank account, and I don't want it empty. Right. So there you go. Protect it. Protect it. Thank you guys for the belated birthday wishes. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for loving me. Okay, here we go. What is my spirit team say about my current job at the Goodwill? I'm so ready to quit. So much spirit are there. Yes, there would be. There would be a lot of spirit in a used goods store. There would so be. You know, I think, Jasmine, it's a few things on that. Number one, I always protect myself anyway. I'm not open to any negative energy anyway. But sometimes even the positive, even like all the spirits bugging me, can become sometimes get overwhelming. So if you're finding it overwhelming, I would simply bubble yourself. And you know what? I'm here to do my job. I'm here to help people. I'm here to help people. And spirit is also there to help people too, right? Um, we pick up the energy on items. So, and I do this with my mentoring students in level 1 and level 2. I'll show them a picture of an item, and I'll say, "What do you pick up?" And they will, they pick up the most amazing things. And then I'll say to them, "Do you think that the spirit is in the item, or do you think that you're picking up the energy that's there?" And it's the energy that's there. So you're picking up on all these energies, and energies, can feel really light, and they can feel really heavy, Jasmine. And I feel that, if you kind of, the job itself doesn't feel bad, but I feel like if you're saying that it's not resonating with you anymore, then I would start getting playful and keeping an eye on other jobs. I would just simply, this job has served me. It's not for me. Then it's okay. I would start looking, start navigating, start exploring new job opportunities. And in the meantime, start leaning into a little bit of that energy protection. And even from, even if the energy in the goodwill is beautiful and light and all the spirit activity, it can be a lot and overwhelming. There are times, and I've been doing this for many, 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 many years with spirit. There are times and places where it's like a wave and it's very overwhelming. And I know how to manage it. So, you're picking up on that wave, right? So a little bit of protection, and protection isn't necessarily meant to protect you from the negative. It can protect you from what you find overwhelming, right? You can go to a really, really good space, but it can be overwhelming. So I protect myself from absorbing too much at a time, right? It's almost like looking at if you take a cup and you fill it with water until it overflows. Water is a good thing, but it's still going to overflow, right? And if you can, and it's you can fill your cup up with something that's not so good for you, like a soda, and it's still going to overflow. Either way, the cup's overflowing. So if you can kind of protect even from the too much of a good thing, when you look at it that way, you can get too much of a good thing. It will help you immensely, Jasmine. But I think it's okay to start looking if this isn't the space for you. All right. I've been feeling more angry and sad lately. I really don't know where it's coming from. I think I could be unknowingly stressed, and I started my driving lessons. Any guidance? So, I think there's a few things. I feel like this is a layer. So the angry and sad lately, I feel like it's a layer. I feel like and I think, and I want to back up. I did Spirit wanted me to back up. I think that you're also releasing some things. And I think that, and sometimes we're not consciously aware of the things that we're releasing, right? I also feel you've been doing a lot of spiritual growth. So when we kind of navigate through spiritual growth, we kind of start naturally letting go as well, and you're letting go of some feelings that have been down there pent up, held on to for a long time, and they're coming out too, as well as the current situation, right, as well as the current stresses that, your driving lessons, everything else in the world. I feel like, being able to pause and saying, you know what, I'm going to let all this anger go. Beautiful, lovely anger, out you go. And I giving yourself some time. We don't need to label everything that we're letting go or feeling. Acknowledging it. This is how I'm feeling. I need to let it go. I need to bring, just kind of like, you don't have to be able to put an attachment to it, to what is. I just feel like I need to ground myself and let go. And I think that you'll find that that really helps you move forward. I also feel like I need to kind of tap into um, a proud energy, right? Look at you starting your driving lessons. Look at you opening the door for a new type of freedom or independence. Look, I can kind of balance it out with, yes, this is stressful, but look at me growing forward, driving my car. It's like, it just kind of bring that energy in, and taking it lesson by lesson, like driving lesson by driving lesson, just like life lesson by life lesson, one day at a time, one moment at a time. And it's going to bring me, and you know what? Put down, pass or fail. Put that down. I'm learning to drive. You don't have to pull in, you're pulling in that, what if I fail? What if I pass? I gotta pass. I'm just learning to drive. Stay in that lane, right? Visualize yourself. I'm learning. And however long it takes me to learn this, I'm learning it. It just takes out that worry. It just takes out that overthinking. It brings you back into the power. And now, right now, I'm learning. I'm learning how to drive. Good for you. I'm really excited for that independence you're going to gain. Bianca, good morning. I plan on moving out in some year. I plan on moving out in some years, and I would love to know if Spirit has any advice on this and how it will go. So, Bianca, um, I need to kind of remind you of a few things. Number one, I need to say the power of right now. So you're right now, you've got a goal. And I think that it's really, an amazing goal. And I think that you're going to do fine moving out. And I feel like I've got to say I'm going to enjoy the experience until I get there. I mean, it's kind of like what we talked about with the driving lesson. I feel like I've got to say I'm going to enjoy the ride on getting to the space where I'm going to move out. I know I'm going to move out. I don't know where. Spirit's going to guide me. I'm going to lean into trusting my journey and my experience. Spirit's going to get me there. I'm going to take that momentum and that goal and I don't need to know how far away it is, and I'm just going to trust the process on getting there. And I do, and you see how that talk kind of helps you settle into, I'm gonna move out, and it's gonna go well. And it puts down the need to know when. Then I'm gonna, my highest good is going to, it'll all unravel in that divine timing anyway. I feel like I need to kind of bring that into you, and just kind of like, because we can become so focused on how, when, why, and all of this. Well, if we can just take it into the power of now, I've got this goal and I'm going to work on it right from here. Bianca, I think it's going to be a glorious journey. I think you're going to learn so much and experience so much. And there's like this momentum of it feels like anything goes energy. It feels like that gypsy kind of feeling, between now and the time that you move out, the experiencing and the learning and the fun. And there's fun. And I always say, to myself, there's fun in tripping and falling. And this isn't directed at you, Bianca. It's more of a statement for all. There's fun in tripping and falling. I'm gonna learn how to get up. I get to learn how to get up, right? So you see, because we are gonna trip and fall, and we are gonna have the unexpected, and we are gonna have all those things coming in, and it's I'm gonna learn how to get up. So it's kind of that kind of momentum right now. This is where I'm at. I always set goals and intentions 100%. I just don't attach weight to them of by this date, by that date. I just attach when it's time for my highest good. I am ready, and I'm going to do the work between A and B. Right? All right. Okay. Laura, my 11-year-old dog had to have her front leg amputated due to a cancerous paw tumor, and is not getting her balance. She has to hop, can't do stairs or stand longer than a few seconds. Will she improve? So I do feel she's going to improve. This is very new for her, and it's very I feel like for her, even though I feel like she knew that she was going to have the surgery. Like I felt like someone told her. I feel like her walking will she will get the hang of not having that paw. However, I feel like there's going to be some things that she's really going to struggle with. The stairs is going to be one of them. Surfaces that are not completely flat. I feel like it's like a new learning curve for me. But I feel like she's going to figure it out. I also feel like I need more encouragement. So I feel like my self-esteem is quite low. When you got a rash or a pimple on your face and everyone can see it, it feels like that, and you kind of want to cover it up. I feel like she's got some embarrassment there as to the paw not being there. So, and animals do feel things that way. They are aware. So I feel like I've got to kind of like boost her confidence and not overdo doing too much for her. I feel like I've got to say, cheer for her while she struggles a bit to figure it out. Right. I feel like that. So I don't know if you're not giving her enough of time to figure it out, or doing too much for her. I feel like you have to do it at some point for sure. But give her a few extra seconds or a few extra minutes to figure it out with supporting her. Animals, they have the same feelings that we do. As humans, if they have a limb amputated or a part of their body amputated, they don't look at their body the same way or themselves the same way. Animals are the same. Right, so it's the same. My paw's missing, and now I'm different. I would just kind of start supporting her. Now I'm singing the Happy Llama song. That's hilarious. Lindsay, yes, it's been a rough couple of weeks for sure. Support when we feel that, so when we feel like we're struggling. Support, spiritual support, human support, self support. And I think that that's really important. We don't always support ourselves, right? We don't give ourselves that time. We don't take a break and a 5-minute break can sometimes be exactly what we need. Right. Okay. So much anxiety for a week. The anxiety is heightened. Absolutely. It's moving through. right? So really kind of say, what can I do that resonates with me? What can you do that resonates with you that can kind of help calm this energy a little bit? What can I do with this overthinking? What resonates with me? And create a little practice. Create a little, every morning I'm gonna do this for myself for 2 minutes. Like everybody's got a minute or two to just kind of, what kind of practice can I do? Right? Okay. All right. Um I bet you get a lot of spiritual energy at Goodwill with all the donations. Hope you can keep your vibration high so it doesn't drag you down. And Jasmine, the cleansing yourself after work. I cleanse myself, and I always do this. Even and it can be just this. Even when I get home from the grocery store, any energy that I picked up, anywhere I go, if I feel I need to. Washing your hands is another good way. I'm just going to wash off this energy. It doesn't have to be great big spiritual practices. Whatever resonates with you. If you like to burn, if you like to use an incense or sage or whatever works for you. I think I've shared this before. If I struggle with grounding myself, I put a little pinch of dirt in my shoes. I wear black socks because white ones don't go well with dirt. But whatever it is, because I like I like knowing that I've got dirt in my shoe or something from the forest in my shoe. I'll pick up something small. I'll put an acorn in my pocket. Whatever it is that helps you. It's really injecting that, really inserting that energy. It will. I'm telling you, it will make a difference. I just got the news that my mom's close friend, my aunt, had to stop cancer treatment, so it's no longer working. She might have days. It might be a couple of months. Does spirit have any message? Um, I'm just having a feel there. So, often, and I understand spirit's perspective on this. They quite often won't give me a timeline for people. Number one, it's I don't think, and I get what spirit says on this. It's we need to enjoy the power of now and people now, and they don't. And it's not often. It doesn't often help if people are given a timeline. So number one, I feel like I've got to say, really celebrate now. And I feel like I need kind of like, I don't know, and when I would talk to your mom and your aunt about that, but I feel like I really need like a celebration, and I would kind of do it with how it resonates with her. Like coming over and just talking and hanging out, or if she's into like a little bit of a TLC party or a spa day, or like I feel like I need to do something that's really light and kind of fun with her. It's like I just feel like she needs it, and the people that love her need it. And I feel like I've got to kind of bring in, and as hard as it is when someone's been given this news, to kind of lean into, that type of energy. I feel like I need to honor that. Like I just feel like and I don't know if like before, like pre-cancer, if she was that celebrate lady, or that high vibe lady. I just feel like I need to kind of like, let's do something fun, right? Let's do something fun right now. And just pause from the cancer word, pause from what's coming energy, like pause. I feel like I need to I just kind of have, and I'm going to use the word celebrate, but it can be anything that kind of brings each other joy with spending time together. That's just kind of how I feel like I need to lighten that. Okay. I hope that makes sense there, Camilla. um Lindsay, my anxiety has been off the charts. I just keep grounding back to all the ways to release and take care of myself. Beautifully said, Lindsay. Taking care of yourself, energetically taking care of yourself. Kelsey. Hi, Lana. Happy Monday. Any messages from Spirit for me? Kelsey, interesting, as I feel like I've got to talk about a shift, I think about 4 months ago. I feel like a new spirit guide came in, and I feel like the spirit guides kind of has this high confidence kind of vibe, and I see all these flying doors open. So Kelsey, I'm just curious if you've been looking for new opportunities, or have new things been kind of like landing in your lap? Because I got this spirit guide that's kind of like going, forward you go, forward you go. New opportunities are all around you, and I feel like I need to and kind of navigate through that. I also feel like a father figure, so father, grandfather, or someone like a dad, that's really supporting this as well as your spirit guides with open opportunities and new things coming. I also have to talk about the month of June, significant anniversary, birthday, passing, and I'm also in November, something significant there. And I just feel like I've got to say, um, amazing things are coming forward. Amazing things are coming forward, but I've got to get you kind of like trying those handles, sticking your head out. I just feel like there's so many opportunities there, and I just have this excitement. I'm even struggling to keep my speech on a slower level without talking too fast. There's a lot of excitement there, and they're trying to get you to lean into it more and more and more. Oh, how is it 9:03 already? Um, Really been getting the anxiety and overthinking part lately really on point. I'm glad that that's helping. I'm glad that that kind of resonates there. Navigating through it, right? What's your anxiety trying to tell you? What am I learning right now? If kind of navigating through it, taking the temperature on it. What if sometimes our anxiety is telling us something. Sometimes your anxiety can be your intuition, and sometimes it's what it's fear. Sometimes you just need to talk yourself through it, kind of feeling into that a little bit. Decluttering my outside space helps me declutter my inside. I'll be doing that today when I log off. Beautiful. That's a great way of cleansing, and like you said, it helps you outside and inside, decluttering the inside space. And that's a really good way of putting it. And just kind of asking yourself, what do I need to declutter? That internal cluttered space. What needs to be decluttered? And sometimes and it's I think sometimes people think that it's a one and done. Like it's constant work. And I'm very honest about even myself. It's constant work. I come back to things. When old things come back in, I come back into, okay, I'm going to declutter that again, right? Patience and love and giving yourself grace, and I'm working on it again, because things do come and go. Right, it does. Old stuff does come back, and it's just about, it's time to declutter, time to acknowledge it, time to give myself some love, peace, and grace. I've always done the best that I could from where I was standing. That kind of supportive energy, right? All right, you guys, I'm going to grab one or two more, and then I got to go. I have so much trouble going outside because we have had psychotic neighbors that we've learned have dark intentions toward us. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. Number one, I'm just trying to watch my words here so it sounds loving. Who cares? I would start protecting yourself from that. I wouldn't feed it. I would start, put some salt around your house. That's one thing that I do all the time anyway. And I don't think my neighbors have any dark intentions. My neighbors think I'm really weird, but I don't I don't think they have dark intentions. But I think like protecting and not giving away your power on it, right? So, I feel like when we give away our power, that gives them more strength. So I would put like a handful of salt around, even around your front door, or even in your window ledges, whatever resonates there with you. Beautiful ball of light protecting your living space. If you're still not comfortable, I would go for a ride. Go for a drive somewhere else that brings you more peace. It can be a park, it can be a ride down to the river or a lake, a ride to a trail, or simply looking out your window. Looking out your window and feeling the sky from your window, right? I mean, just kind of work with that. But Easy Puff, take back your power a little bit. I don't know quite how to heal that trauma that triggers anxiety from that. I would start working a little bit with protection, a little. Put your spirit. So I put my spirit guides on the roof every night. I say, okay, guys, or the archangels. I use them as my guards, right? So use a spirit wolf, right? Use something to help protect your energy, like with that. Bring that protection with you. The more that you do it, Easy Puff, the more natural it's going to feel. I bring, like, everywhere I go, I bring my protectors with me everywhere I go. It's just, I number one, I love that so much. I love that feeling. Number two, it has helped me immensely. And I cannot say this enough. I'm telling you, it works. In all the years I've been doing it, and I've said this before, I can count on one hand where I've had really inappropriate or nasty posts. I can count on one hand how many people have been verbally abusive for the work that I do. It works. You just really have to lean in there and apply it, right? Okay, you guys, I gotta go. Okay, let's set some intentions. You guys gotta help me out. There we are. I felt you. I felt you chime in. You're a little slow on the draw this morning, guys. All right, Dove. Express your love to as many people as possible in words and in deeds, and even yet small, significant ways. The soul of someone who has recently passed is making a smooth transition and a joyous transition. This is a powerful time for prophecy and clear vision, and now more than ever, you're able to get a glimpse of the future. You're experiencing a spiritual renewal that's the result of a period of intense self examination and challenges. This is a good time to stay home and enjoy your domestic side. It's important to nurture yourself with loving care. Take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Let's grab a number or two. 480. Open your arms to receive abundance of good, and heaven is giving you. Notice the gifts that come to you throughout the day. Oh, I love that. Let's do one more. Thumbs up, you guys, if you enjoy hanging out with me this morning. All right, let's see what we need. 169. The intuitive push to work on your divine life mission is real. Visualize and affirm often. I am happily fulfilling my divine life mission now to make it a reality. I'm going to read that again. The intuitive push to work on your divine life mission is real. Visualize and affirm often. I am happily fulfilling my divine life mission now to make it into a reality. No drama, llama. Protect yourselves this week from what doesn't serve you. That's going to be, I'm going to lean in there extra hard this week myself. I think that there's always room to protect yourself from what doesn't serve you. As always, you guys, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided day. I'll see you guys Friday morning for a short Ask the Medium session. Take good care. Much love. Bye.